Hey everyone. Okay, so what I just want to talk about quickly today is when the redemption appointments happen. Now, if you know what the redemption appointments are, then fantastic, you're in the right place. If you don't, then I suggest you start researching. So when the redemption appointments happen, I'm going to take 3 months off from all social media. This is to recharge, and because hopefully I will be extremely busy doing everything, preparing things and all sorts of things. So I'll be having 3 months off, regardless of whether or not I gain approval for a project or not. Okay, now we're looking like this could happen any minute, and I know everybody keeps saying that. I myself am extremely frustrated by the length of time that this process has taken, just like everybody else. So, but in case it does happen relatively very soon, preferably in the next few hours, which we know is not going to happen, but miracles do happen, so we'll see. I just want to let you guys know of the process, and we have discussed this before, but I continuously get questions regarding it. Okay, the questions are non-stop, even though I've done videos on it and I've even spelled it out, but we still get questions. So let's just go through this one more time, because I won't be answering questions after the redemption appointments. Okay, so we have, when the humanitarians go in for the redemption appointments, okay, you will be given notice, you'll be given information on how to book your medbed appointment. Okay, you won't book it then and there. You'll be given the details on how to book it. Okay, so if you're extremely in an extremely serious condition, basically you'll be first in. So for example, if you go into your redemption appointment at 9 a.m. and you're chronically sick and you're really serious, you may be at the medbed center, wherever that may be, and there will not be any details given publicly. This will be between the humanitarian and the medbed team as to locations and things like that. Nobody else will know this, and you will be under a non-disclosure, so you cannot get on social media and say, hey, the medbed center is here and blah blah blah. You'll be under a non-disclosure. Okay. So you may be, say your appointment's at 9 a.m, you might be there that afternoon at 3 o'clock undergoing your procedure. Okay, it literally is that quick. For someone like myself in the first group, if I am approved for projects, I may be 5 to 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. It depends on how many people are in more need than myself. Okay, so those who do have projects and have the currency or bonds to exchange at the redemption appointment, whatever, you will be in the first group of people to get their medbed appointments, along with your dependents. Now, we've discussed what a dependent is. It is anyone or any animal that you take time out of your day to care for because they cannot care for themselves. Okay, so it's not somebody in another country or an elderly parent that you pay for care for services. It's somebody that you actually take time out of your day to go and help them, with shower, with personal care, things like that. And same with animals. It's not just you've got horses or you've got some dogs at home. It's that they are sick, they are frail, they are elderly, there's something wrong with them, etc., etc. Okay, not that I've just got young children that I would like to heal from a cold sore, so to speak. Okay, these are proper medically dependent or socially dependent people on you to help them. So they will be in the first group along with the people with currency who have projects. Okay, that's so you can get going on your project. You can't do your project if you're not up to it physically. Okay, then after that comes those who are funding projects but have no projects. Okay, they will go next with their dependents if they have any, again, dependents, anyone who you care for who can't care for themselves. And then after that will be staff members. Okay, so for example, pardon me, if you're building a medbed center, and this goes for all projects, okay, not just medbeds and healing centers, goes for all projects. So for example, if you're building a medbed center, you've gone through all the application process, you've been approved, your security team needs to be involved in the building process and the design and construction and all of that. You know, they will go before, for example, a spiritual counselor, because they actually need to be involved in the creation of the project. Okay, and then comes all your staff, gardeners, labourers, counsellors, medbed techs, yoga instructors, massage therapists, you name it, kitchen hands, cleaners, cooks, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then when everything is set to go and the time is right, it will be announced publicly. Okay, now with the public, remember, this is what I really want to do the video about. I thought I just had to touch upon the, you know, the humanitarians and that. So when we're talking the public, when it's available to the public, there will be a phone number. This is what I'm being told, okay? It may change. Everything's changing constantly, so this is not set in stone. This is just what I've been told. Okay, so you'll be given a phone number nationally. So every country will have their own phone number to ring, which will be like the main center, okay, where everything is organized from. And you ring that number and they'll ask you a few questions. Meanwhile, as they are putting in all your details into the quantum computer will then organize your first appointment, so your scan, your appointment, according to your need. Okay, now they'll not be asking extensive medical history. Okay, the quantum computer is artificial intelligence mostly, and it will be able to you know, place you where you need to be. So if you or your loved one that you're making the appointment for needs a heart transplant, they will obviously be at the head of the list in the first 5%. If you have somebody that has just been in a car accident and is on life support, obviously they'll go first. Okay, if you have a parent or a child that has been ill for quite some time but they are stable, then obviously they'll be a little bit further behind the actual immediate people that, you know, desperately need it. So we're talking triage. Now, if you know anything about emergency medicine or emergencies, it's all triage. The most important, the most needy person goes first. Okay, so it will be up to each and every one of you to ring the center when the numbers come out and make the appointment. If you have a child or a parent or somebody who cannot make decisions for themselves, you can make the appointment for them. Okay, if you have it, that's your responsibility as next of kin or carer, okay, or parent. You can make that appointment for them. If you have somebody who is quite ill or in need of the med beds but doesn't believe in the technology, you cannot make the appointment for them. They have to be a willing partner, a willing person. Okay, so remember, the quantum computer will pick up any kind of deception. So if you, for example, I want to go into the beds and I want this, I want that, so, but my brother, no way, I'll wait and I'll see. And I ring up to make the appointment for my brother, that will come back that there is deception. And no appointment will be able to be made for him until he has agreed to it, because it's all vibration. It's all mostly AI, so it will already know your intentions before you even start talking, okay? So you cannot make an appointment for somebody who is not willing, who doesn't want it, no matter how much you